thank you all for being here on behalf of everybody at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it's my pleasure to introduce a guy that really has done so much for this region and so much for this museum. When you hear stories about the Cleveland Lakefront being underway, or you hear stories about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's induction having come here in 2009, 2012, really it's because of the great leadership we have in our city. And that great leader that is on top of all of it is Mayor Frank Jackson. Mayor Jackson, please come on.
Good evening. You know, I want to thank you, Mr. Harris, for allowing us to be here and giving us the space. Greg was talking about lakefront plan and $100 million of economic impact the museum has. When this lakefront plan is rolled out and it begins to materialize, that $100 million should turn into something much higher because it's producing that kind of economic activity really in isolation within the Science Museum and the Browns Stadium. When in fact, if we had the kind of activity around this facility and other facilities, what the benefits would be derived not only from these institutions but for the city will be much higher than the $100 million impact. So I want to thank you for what you do and appreciate you giving us the space. But to you, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you and thank you for what you do. People talk to me all the time about Cleveland, the way it was, the way it is now, and the hope for the future, and how we are beginning to not only grow Cleveland in Northeast Ohio, but have Cleveland as an international presence. And I tell them when they mention that to me, it's because of you. It's because of the work that you do and the interaction that you have. Whenever an ambassador comes to Cleveland or a high-ranking official from another country, or even a consulate from Detroit or Chicago, they always come with you. They always come with you, and we welcome them, and we let them know the relationship that we have and how important that relationship is. And as we're looking to have foreign investment, we're looking to have companies notice Cleveland, you're essential to that. Your communications with people, whether they're in Chicago or in the capital of the country that you're representing, is very important as to how you speak of Cleveland. And so I want to again tell you how much I appreciate you and enjoy working with you. And the new year will be kicking off pretty soon. And Yuri's already telling me about what will happen in Slovenia. So I'm pretty sure that as we move forward, that I would like to have the kind of individual discussion with people as to what opportunities present themselves. What opportunities present themselves, because as I spend the next 4 years doing whatever I do as mayor, I want to make sure that part of that is to have a closer tie and a better tie with our neighbors all over the world, and you are essential to that. And I just don't want to go somewhere and label it a trade mission without some practical outcome to it. So I'm looking forward to having that kind of conversation with you. And then finally, the Hansons are here, and we have invited them because, as you know, no matter where we go, if we're talking about anything international, and if we're talking about immigration or whatever, we can always depend on them to be there, and they never charge them. They're just there. And I'd say to them all the time that they're the record keepers. At one point in time, they will be able to give us a book of pictures and subscripts to those pictures to give us a history of Cleveland and what we've done, and you are a part of that. So again, thank you very much. Thank you very much.